What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of A Gaming with the Bros Cast, episode 173. My name is Harrison. I am joined by my brother Nick. As always, Nick, how are you doing, buddy?
Doing good, doing good. Enjoying this week of non-E3.
Yeah, it was I feel kind of exhausted almost, just because like all the gaming news that we got.
Yeah, it has been a lot. Like
Yeah,
it's more so than like the normal E3 weeks for whatever reason. But and it's not that it's like spaced any differently than it
no,
normally
yeah,
is,
it's
but
just
maybe it's because everyone's just more online now.
yeah.
Like there's
And
just more content around it.
I've been watching this one YouTuber that I watch. He does like all of them. So he was doing like 4 days of like 12-hour streams, and he kind of sprinkles in like he'll do like games and stuff with his friend, like his guy that he co-streams with. And they do like challenges and stuff like that. So I've been watching him a lot, but he's been doing like, so I've seen part of like the PC Gamer Show and like the Tribeca Game Fest or whatever.
Nice.
So more of like the not so bigger shows, I guess. I mean, the PC Gamer Show is a pretty big show, but so I've seen a lot, and yeah, it's a little exhausted for the gaming news, but boy, do we have a lot of exciting things to talk about.
I know. I wish I had like a list of every new announcements that happened across all the showcases, but
Yeah, we probably should have had
just,
something.
we'll just kind of talk about them individually.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to? I mean, we'll start with the Summer Game Fest. And do you want to like, I don't know, do you want to give us
Just
like a
give
rating
like
or
a
something?
rating?
Yeah,
like an A to F.
yeah, something like that, or yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, let's just dive into it. I mean, well, actually, before we do that, do you want to talk about the end of Zelda? Because we've both done it.
I think we should wait.
You want to wait? Okay.
Yeah, I think we should wait, and we should do like a full scale episode talking about all of the spoilers of Zelda, because I know if like kind of like touched upon individual pieces. Yeah, we should do a full episode maybe in like 2 weeks.
Okay. Give people plenty of time. Yeah.
But the ending was amazing.
Yeah. It's funny because like you texted me this morning and you're like, I did it, and I was like, dude, so did I. We on the same night.
I had a feeling that you were beating it, because I like right before I turned it off, I saw you were playing.
Yeah.
And I just had the strange feeling like, it's Sunday night. He's probably like, okay, going into this week, I want to have beaten Zelda.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were having that thought, but
I didn't. But so I got. I guess we'll break for talk about it, but no spoilers, of course. But I mapped out the entire depths area.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one little blip, like right underneath Hyrule Castle.
There.
Yeah. So and I knew there was because obviously the shrines are connected to the light route. So I knew there was a shrine up on the Hyrule Castle island or whatever. So I went down in there and I found it, and I was like, cool. And then there was a spot right next to it that's like on like a little, I'm not gonna say island, but it's secluded. There's rivers and stuff around it, and there's like a secret cave that leads into a chasm that takes you down in there. So I did that, and then I was like, you know what? Let me just do it. Let me just do it, and then I ended up beating the game. I was up till like 1:00 last night doing it, but
what, like, were you prepared? Like, did you have?
Oh yeah. I was pretty prepared. Like I was because my plan was to fight the King Gleeok in the depths. I was gonna do that.
Where's the one in the depths?
I think it's right above Hyrule Castle. It's like I'd have to
above Hyrule Castle.
Well, not above it, but like I mean, like looking at the map, it's above. Like looking at the flat map of the depths, it's above. Yeah, like it's above there. Okay. There's also King Gleeok right above the Gerudo Valley area or Gerudo area.
Yeah, there's also one in the snow region too.
A King Gleeok that has the 3 different heads.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's the one I did.
Okay, cool.
Or that's one I killed was that one. I guess there's a handful.
Yeah, I thought there was plenty. I thought the one was in the depths, but then I ended up exploring the skies a little bit more and found him in the skies, which was cool because in the depths it's a much bigger environment to fight in, and when you're on the kind of the platform, it's pretty
like circular.
Yeah, it's pretty limited, but still fun. So yeah, that's what I did last night. Probably played like another 7 hours yesterday.
Damn.
What's your time at right now? You're above 100 now, aren't you?
Yeah, I think at this point I'm above 100.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm probably like 110 or something.
Damn. Yeah, now I want to get all the shrines.
Yeah.
I'm at like 135, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm like 120, 20 something maybe. Mm-hmm. Maybe 130. I'm not quite sure. There's 152 shrines.
There's 120 on the ground and 32 in the skies.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So I definitely had some ones in the skies that I'm missing, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Which means I'm missing some sky islands. So
yeah, cool.
Clean those up, but yeah.
All right. Well, we'll hold the Zelda talk off for next couple weeks, and we'll do like a deep dive spoiler cast on everything because it's a cool ending. But Nick, let's dive into. We'll start with Summer Game Fest. Jeff Keighley's opening live show. First time they've done the Summer Games Fest live, which was cool.
What, was this the first time?
I think it's the first time they've done.
Well, I guess
Summer Games Fest live.
2020. Yeah. It was definitely better having that live audience because I feel like Jeff really he really resonates with an audience there.
Yeah, he kind of
it just makes me better.
Yeah, he kind of bounces off
like the energy of the crowd.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought the show was pretty good. What would you give it as a rating?
I think I would give it a B, and that's just that's with the expectation that I had going in of like, okay, there's not going to be like huge announcements. There's not going to be banger after banger after banger. There's going to be a lot of good games, but yeah, it's not going to be something like you'd expect from a PlayStation or Xbox showcase. So with that context, I would give it a B.
And I think that's the case. Like, I think you nailed it because when we go into the video game awards, like that's when we expect some really big stuff. But when you have these other showcases around Summer Games Fest, it kind of like have to lower expectations a little bit because there wasn't going to be anything Xbox, and there wasn't, and I didn't think anything PlayStation was going to be there, but PlayStation had more of a showing at this than they did their own showcase, so that's kind of hilarious.
It's so weird.
But yeah, just since we were talking about PlayStation, we got the release date of Spider-Man, which is October 20th, which is cool.
That's a great date. I think that is far enough away from Starfield.
Yeah,
and I mean that's really the big one that you kind of want to miss, and they're like more than a month out from that one, so. That makes me more excited for Spider-Man, knowing that like it's not. Is that
gonna be a day one for you since you got a PS5 or?
Honestly, I don't know. Like I still need to play Miles, and like I have it, but
yeah, I do too.
I didn't want to go into it right after finishing Spider-Man.
Yeah, it might be too much.
Yeah, so I mean, this summer might be a good time to play it, but then I'd be playing. Maybe I'll skip it because like, do I want to play New York again?
Right.
Or should I just save it and wait until Spider-Man 2? Because I'm sure, like, you kind of know the story of Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Like, obviously the game would give it more context, but I don't know. Yeah, anyone listening, what do you recommend?
I mean, how short is Miles? Is it like 10 hours or less?
10, 15 hours probably.
I mean, because Spider-Man was pretty long, but there's a lot of open world stuff involved in that. But
yeah.
And then we got at the end, the closing of the show, we got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming in early 2024, PlayStation exclusives, and that looks really good, man. I want to play Final Fantasy Remake, 7 Remake, but yeah, this looks super good.
It does, yeah. The environments just look incredible. Looks amazing.
Yeah. And that's I'll give the showing a B too because I thought it started off super strong with
Prince
Mortal
of Persia.
Kombat, Prince of Persia showing off, like it was super strong start, And then towards the middle, it kind of got, very live servicey,
Ad heavy.
Yeah, ads involved and stuff like that. Which you got to pay the bills. I get it, but I don't know. I don't know. I get that you have to have ad spots, but it just really kills the momentum you set or you have, And people are going to stay till the end anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't know.
It does kill the momentum, and I remember you said that you're like, if I see another co-op medieval fantasy
MMO
RPG
live servicey thing, yeah, it was like there was like it felt like four. There could have only been like two, but it felt like 4 or 5 of them at the show. And then Jeff he did it to himself, but like maybe it's a little bit of a bigger deal than it is to me, just because I haven't played Final Fantasy. But I don't know. I feel like the hype he was trying to drive in the show was something more than Final Fantasy because we already knew about it, so I thought it was gonna be something new.
Yeah.
Like.
Obviously,
we love From Software, so like I was expecting gameplay for Armored Core, and we'd already talked about this, but like, or like the Elden Ring DLC or whatever, or something along that caliber. But I mean, Final Fantasy is cool. I mean, a lot of people are very excited for this game, and it looks incredible. So I'm glad people got to see that because that was already announced.
Yeah.
There's just no trailer or anything, right?
I don't think there was any trailer for it before this.
Okay.
What else? We got to look at Alan Wake 2. Some gameplay from that, and that looks incredible.
So good. I'm so excited.
Yeah, looks like Resident Evil 2 remake.
It does, yeah. And Resident Evil 4. That's coming out October 17th, so 3 days before Spider-Man.
I might be more enticed to get that in October.
Yeah.
That's Halloween.
Because we'll go halvesies.
I go the little halvesies.
The little halvesies on Xbox. But yeah, that looks fantastic. And then like the two playable characters thing, and you can. It sounded like Sam Lakes. It sounded like you could swap at any point, or was it any point?
Yeah.
During this, like there's a certain story moment where you can swap. I was a little bit. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention enough, but it sounded like you can maybe swap at any time. But that's probably not the case. It's probably at a certain point you can swap.
No, that's what I thought too. I thought you could play the entire game as one character.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay.
But maybe that's wrong.
So Alan Wake. This is just IGN's kind of like quick article, but Alan Wake 2 is coming out October 17th, and we got our best look at the game. Blah blah blah. The game has 2 playable characters: Alan Wake and Saga Anderson. Cool name. With the 50-50 split between the two of them. Saga is an FBI agent in the Pacific Northwest, while Alan Wake is trying to escape from the nightmare. Yeah, so maybe it looks awesome.
So maybe it's like 2 separate games or 2 separate scenarios, and you can play through one at a time if you want, or you could switch between them. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm sure we'll get another, a little bit more of a deep dive at some point. But
yeah, maybe Sam Lake misspoke a little bit.
Yeah, I may just not have heard him. I don't know.
Got a good look at Lies of P, and we have a demo. I've not checked it out yet, but
I have not either. I
really
need to boot up my Xbox, but yeah, that game looks really cool.
Yeah, I think the demo impressions that I've seen were really positive.
That's good.
People are saying it's as close to a FromSoft game as any other game has been so far.
That's awesome, because I mean that was like the Bloodborne-esque,
Right.
We got a look at John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. I was more excited going in, and then when I left, because it looks like like a co-op shooter kind of thing.
Yeah.
With like zombies. I don't know. It's like an ode to 80s action horror or something like that.
Yeah, maybe it'll be fun, but it looks a little bit generic, unfortunately.
It did, yeah. It looked pretty generic. Trying to look at some other stuff. Sandland, coming from Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball.
That
looked neat.
Looked neat.
One that I was. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I liked Nick Cage, his appearance.
Dude,
I thought
he
it was
was
really well. Like he was so well versed in Dead by Daylight, and he's such a character. Like
yeah, he was like he was hamming it up, man. He was
he
enjoying, like
was.
you could tell he was really enjoying himself, and
Yeah.
like none of it felt like he was reading off a prompter like a prompt. It was just like
No, it's like his kid. It's not like his kid played Dead by Daylight, and he actually knows a lot about it. That's super cool.
yeah.
Like I don't know, pretty good that that's his
And I
first,
think this is like the first time Nick Cage has ever been in a video game, which is kind of weird because I
So
mean
surprising.
he's like a, you know, he's like a pretty big action star, so you'd think he would be in some other stuff.
Yeah, you think there'd be like a Ghost Rider game or something.
Yeah, something. How terrible did that Twisted Metal show looked?
I mean, I didn't expect it to be good, but
I forgot it was coming out until they showed the trailer. I don't know.
I feel like that was a weird scene to show.
It was.
Like if you're gonna show Twisted Metal, show the
like racing,
the crazy, yeah, the racing or the crazy car combat. Like don't show what's his face getting chased by the clown guy.
Yeah,
Just that was so weird. That felt like it felt like a literal ad spot in the game show.
it did. Yeah, it definitely did. Yeah. Bad timing on this game's part, but Lord of the Rings Return to Moria got announced. The survival crafting adventure game.
Yeah.
Where you play as like the dwarf people. Yeah, just Gollum is so terrible that anything Lord of the Rings right now, I'm just like I'm okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Lord of the Rings, but yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, my eyes kind of glazed over when that came on. I don't even see it.
Oh, we gotta look at like the new Fortnite season, new Call of Duty season. Again, I felt like Jeff was like overhyping that stuff like a little bit too much, and I just who cares? Like nobody's there for that kind of stuff. But
right, and it was also like it all felt pretty cinematic too. Right?
Yeah, it was.
At least for Fortnite. Yeah, I mean that's all like run of the mill. Like that being at the Summer Games Fest is like Fallout 76 being at the Xbox showcase. Like
yeah, it's just expected.
It's gonna be there.
Yeah,
can't do anything about it.
Liza P coming September 19th. I don't know if we said the date.
No, we didn't.
So that's cool. That's when is Starfield is what, September 6th? Okay. It's really close to that. But I got a new look at Witcher season 3, which looks awesome, but still at the same time it's like you know that he's not going to be in there season 4, so it kind of like dampers the hype. But it looks really cool. Yeah,
looks good.
I mean, there's so much stuff. Anything? How did you feel? And I haven't really seen much of it before, but what were your thoughts on that Immortals of Avium game? Because they brought out like the lead actor to talk a little bit about it.
God.
And it was like a weird, like, I don't know,
like
man.
A magic. It's like a steampunk magic game where you're in a floating structure in the sky.
Yeah, you're like on that giant like robot like mech thing.
I think that's gonna be a miss.
I think it'll look like it was gonna be bad. Like just a very mid game, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be great.
Who knows,
but
man?
It just didn't do it for me, and I didn't really get why people were hyped for it. But maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Got a long showing too.
It did, and I think that's the word. Like, yeah. Just trying to look through the list here.
Sonic Superstars. That one looks pretty good.
Yeah, that looked cool.
I like it. I like 2D Sonic.
I think I mean, I haven't played Frontiers, but yeah, I think 2D Sonic's the way to go. Baldur's Gate 3 got a trailer, which I know a lot of people are excited for. I think that's it, right? I think that's pretty much everything.
I think so. Yeah, I think a B is good. Great first half, and then fell apart a little bit.
Yeah, it fell apart a little bit towards
the second half, which
but fine. best PGF uh not PGF, best Summer Games Fest. I think that thing that Jeff's done for sure.
Yep. I think so. It was a lot better than last year.
Yeah, especially and they ended up Last of Us. Like that was just such a ugh.
Yeah. Ugh. And the fact it got leaked was kind of soured it a little bit.
I just enjoyed what's his face's expression the entire time. Just he was so annoyed. Neil Druckmann. And I like Neil, like don't get me wrong, but like it was just you could tell that this was like a huge, like big deal for them, and it's like I mean, I guess, but also it's just kind of funny just watching his reaction the entire time.
Yeah, it does suck that he got leaked the day of.
And there were some other shows, like Devolver had their show, which I caught a little bit of. I didn't see anything too.
There was that what's his name? Brennan Foddy. What is his name?
You talking about the mascot thing? Guy?
No.
Getting Over It.
Getting Over It with
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Is it Brendan Foddy?
It's something like that.
Anyways, it was just that walking game where you play as like a gamer who gets he gets warped into a video game world, and he has like a ton of trouble just walking. That's one of those games.
I didn't see that
with legs.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see that. I think that might have been like the later half of that showcase.
It's called Baby Steps.
Baby Steps. Okay, I'll have to look at that trailer.
Bennett Foddy.
Is the
creator. Yeah, it looks pretty silly.
Okay,
it's like that's cool. Playing it. Yeah, like nothing else super noticeable or super anything I'm really excited for. Wizard with a Gun looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Human Fall Flat 2, I'm excited for that one. Love that game. Yeah, I mean, I would have liked a release date for the Plucky Squire.
Yeah, they didn't show that at all, did they?
No, they didn't.
Not. Yeah. Was it at Summer Games Fest? That was it the PlayStation Showcase?
Yeah.
That we saw okay, Plucky, okay.
Still 2023.
Is it still 2023?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the Xbox Showcase that arguably stole the show this year. Although I did enjoy Ubisoft's, but yeah, Xbox Showcase. I think they brought it. I think they absolutely killed it. This was like a for me in terms of just they showed us pretty much everything that we know about. Outside of like a couple things like Contraband and some other stuff, but I mean they showed off everything that we were looking forward to. Got some release dates, got some time frames, but there's no way they're gonna like put something like Fable, give us a release date yet, because they're just not gonna do that to us again.
Not gonna commit to anything.
Yeah, not to commit. And I think that's smart. You know, if you don't know, then give us a general idea, and if something gets pushed, then I mean, well, there's going to be plenty of other stuff to play. But the fact that they started out with Fable, I knew it was going to be a good show.
Yeah, that was a great start. Yeah, I'm a little bummed they didn't even put a year on it, but I mean, Nintendo put 2021 for Tears of the Kingdom, and here we are in 2023 playing it. So I get it. Like, I get why you don't want to put a date on something.
Yeah,
but that was a great start.
Yeah, I mean, it could be if it does come out, I think it'll be like holiday 2024 if it comes out next year.
I mean, when you think about it, that's only a year and a half from now. It's not that far away.
No, it's not far at all. But yeah, I really liked the vibe of it. It feels like Fable.
Feels like Fable.
What Fable games have you played?
I think just Fable 3.
Just Fable 3? Okay.
Yeah.
Probably the worst one.
Actually, I've played a little. I've either played a good bit of 1 or I've watched you play a good bit of 1.
Okay. But I think 2 was my favorite. I think.
Heard that was the best. 2
is really good. Yeah, no release date, but I really enjoyed the vibe of it. I love the fact that the person narrating was like a villain, I guess. I don't really know. Just
right.
like a monster.
Just like the Beanstalk. Wasn't it a take on Jack and the Beanstalk?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks incredible. Yeah, it just
super excited.
Yeah,
for this one.
get the vibes.
And we saw like a little bit of gameplay.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
So
just
looks good. Bit. Looks really really good.
What else? Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty got the huge expansion trailer. I kind of want to jump into Cyberpunk and just give it another shot because this thing looks really cool.
So are they because I know they're redoing a lot of everything about that game, from the combat to the UI. Is that like retroactively activating in the original game, or is that just for the portion that's dedicated to the DLC? I'm assuming it's everything in the game.
I'm assuming it's everything. I thought they already did like a lot of stuff to the main game.
I think they're doing more.
They're doing more? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks cool.
Okay.
I want to jump back in and give it another shot.
It's just when do you do it, right? Because I mean, we're still deep into Zelda, and then in a couple months we'll be deep into Starfield.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just when's the right time. Did we get a release date for September 26th? Okay, so I don't know. That's
busy month.
It's a huge month.
South of Midnight. That's the new game from Compulsion.
That game looked incredible. Oh my
gosh,
it looks
really
so
good.
Cool.
I wish we would have seen like more gameplay or anything like that. But it's a third person action adventure game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that trailer was really cool.
Yeah, like the claymation, like stop animation kind of vibe it has. Super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. We got to look at Avowed. Pretty nice trailer for Avowed. I think Obsidian came out and said that the open world is a bit smaller than, or is more on scale of like Outer Worlds than like a Skyrim or something. So not quite as big, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I don't need another Starfield.
Yeah. So release window sometime in 2024. That's kind of like the vibe from this thing. It's just a lot of 2024 games, which is cool. Yeah,
I mean that's fine. Like, I think Starfield is going to be enough for the rest of this year. Like that, Forza. Yeah, they've got a pretty good lineup. Everyone's had a good year, I think.
Yeah, I think Starfield is going to just do insane numbers.
I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah,
I think it is. I have a lot of faith in this game now.
Yeah.
Star Wars Outlaws, saw that trailer, and then
gameplay from
Ubisoft. Yeah,
looks really cool.
It looks cool.
I'm excited. I always I think I prefer like the side story stuff in Star Wars that kind of gets away. Although of course we like the Jedi games, but the side story stuff where you get away from the Jedis and stuff like that, where you deal with the some of the side characters in Star Wars are, like the Mandalorian, like much.
Right.
I think are really cool stories to tell. So very excited for that. And then of course the gameplay we got was pretty good. So pretty excited. What else?
33 Immortals was the 33 player co-op game.
Yeah. From from Thunder Lotus that made Spiritfarer.
Yeah. Yeah, this one looks like Hades on crack. Looks pretty insane. I'm excited to give it a shot. I don't know when it's coming out, but
sometime next year.
Sometime next year. Okay.
2024.
This is Game Pass too.
Yep. Day sure. One. Day one Game Pass.
Cool.
Let's see.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 looks like it's changing a lot by adding not jobs, but it adds jobs that you can do.
And this is the base game, right? And it's just they're just updating it. Is that what?
No, it's a new game.
It's a completely new game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
because it's Flight Simulator 2024 compared to Flight Simulator 2020 21.
Okay. It looks crazy. Like all they just like kept going on with all these cool like jobs that people do with flying. It looks. I might check it out. It does look really cool.
Yeah. We got a pretty small look at Hellblade 2.
Yeah, I was hoping for more, but we did get that really cool kind of action scene from what 2022. Is that when we saw it?
I think so.
This was more of like
it was like a cinematic.
Yeah, like a cinematic, but we got more of like the voices in her head going on that we should expect. And I'm definitely gonna have to wear headphones with this game. It's
a must.
Even on the trailer, it sounded super cool. So, no, they just said sometime next year. No, I don't even think they even gave a year.
They said 2024.
Did they say 2024? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game looks
incredible.
Yeah, that was probably my most hype one from the show. It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we already mentioned Fallout 76 got an expansion. Elder Scrolls Online got an expansion. There's that horror game, Still Wakes the Deep.
Yes, this one looks awesome.
On the abandoned oil rig coming to Game Pass day one early next year. Looks cool.
What a great idea! Like what a great setting for a game, for a horror game.
Yeah, because I mean it's terrifying. Like yeah, it's just absolutely terrifying.
That's gonna be so cool.
Cities
Skylines 2. That one looks pretty good. I'm not a big city builder guy, but I can see the potential there. I can see why that'd be super fun.
Don't Nod, the climbing game.
Oh yeah.
It's coming out this year. They didn't give a. It says it's coming out to Game Pass this fall. It didn't give a definitive release date, but that looks really cool.
Exploration platformer. Yeah, Jusant.
We gotta look at Capcom's new IP, Path of the Goddess. Kinitsu Gami, Path of the Goddess. I really don't know what this is. They even with the extended look from the Capcom showcase, I still don't really know exactly what this game is. Is it a top-down game? I don't know.
I think so. I think it's a top-down game. Like it's like halfway between third person and top-down.
Yeah, I mean the art like visually looks really cool. But I'll just have to see more before I can get like super excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
Got a new Like a Dragon game, Infinite Wealth, coming 2024.
Yeah, that was a funny trailer.
Yeah, so you got the main character Ichiban, wakes up on the shore of Hawaii, coming next year. So it's kind of like I think this is like a good shakeup for this series because I mean obviously you and I really haven't played much like Yakuza, so I don't know, maybe people are getting a little bit tired of that setting and having a character from that they know be like a fish out of water kind of thing.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Could be kind of interesting. So
I did boot up Like a Dragon.
Yeah.
And I probably played an hour, but I was just so like
it's a long game
into other games. Yeah, and I didn't want to commit to 70 hours. So
Payday 3 got a trailer. I don't know. What did you feel about this one? It didn't really do it for me.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a kind of run of the mill shooter heist type game, co-op heavy. So I don't know.
In Exile's Clockwork Revolution looked insane.
You mean BioShock Infinite 2?
BioShock Infinite 2, yeah.
Yeah, this one looks incredible. Like the whole powers of like controlling the past and the future.
Yeah.
Or controlling the past and control the future. That kind of stuff looks awesome.
They did a play on with the time manipulation and said it's coming in due time. So we don't know. I don't know, man. Probably like 2025. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, how long when was their last release?
I'm not sure.
Did they do Wasteland?
Yeah, Wasteland. I think so.
I don't even remember when that was.
But
It might have been.
yeah, that looked crazy. That was one of the big surprises for me at the show. Was this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they ended on that one too.
Yeah.
Oh, 2020 was when Wasteland 3 came out. So that's
okay. It could come out next year. God, if
it's gonna be stacked.
It's gonna be stacked. I mean, I think was it Aaron Greenberg that came out and said that they want going forward for major first party games coming out from Microsoft or from Xbox going forward.
It was either him or Phil.
Yeah. I mean, that was that. Other than like the announcement of the Black Series S, the terabyte,
Yeah, 1 terabyte, coming out September 1st. So just in time for Starfield to take up 90% of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be like 100. I think it's like reported like 125 gigabytes or something.
Which, you know, still isn't as big as Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
that's crazy. Is that everything? Forza got a release date October 10th, which is I think it's a good spot for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Persona 3 Reloaded, and then Persona 5 Tactica. Those were leaked, but those got announced as well.
Absolutely milking Persona 5.
Oh, for sure. How many more spinoffs can you do at this point?
A million, apparently. A million. Yeah, I think that was everything, right?
Yeah, I think so. Aside from Starfield.
Yeah, of course. Towerborn was towards the end. I don't know if that really did much for me. It's from the Banner Saga creators.
Right.
It's like it's like the co-op ever-changing world save humanity game.
Mm-hmm. That one looked okay. I don't remember much of Dungeons of Hinterberg either.
Yeah, I don't remember it much either, to be honest. Yeah, I thought it was a great show. Again, 5 out of 5 for me, A+, A, whatever. I thought they absolutely did what they had to do. And it was great. We got to look at some incredible stuff, and I think Xbox people should be excited because there was kind of stuff for everybody in this in this showcase.
There was
great stuff.
New information on existing games or games that we already know about, and then there were new announcements like South of Midnight and Clockwork Revolution. A bunch of stuff like something to be excited for literally everyone, and you know that's what I really like about Xbox's showcases, and they're not always the best, but they have a wide variety.
They do,
games.
Yeah. Between racing games to shooter games, they got everything for the most part. And I thought it was paced well too. Like you had I think they showed off 3 games, and then Sarah Bond came out and was just sounded very confident about what they had to show, and then we got Phil at the end to jump us into Starfield. And you want to talk about some Starfield, because god dang does it look just
it's overwhelming how much there is to do in this game. Like I didn't think I'd be as excited for the shipbuilding part, but I'm so excited. Like it reminds me of Zelda, of building this crazy ship, this crazy huge ship. I don't know, man. Where do you want to start? You want to start?
Well, we got to start at the just get it out of the way. It's the elephant in the room, Nick. We talked about it on the live stream. Who's gonna be the first person to make a penis ship?
It's gonna be it'll be 5 days early because someone's gonna buy the early pass or whatever, the deluxe edition, and they're gonna immediately beeline straight towards the shipbuilding so they can build a penis.
Yeah, be the first one to do it.
And it's gonna be great. I can't wait. I can't wait for it.
It's gonna be awesome. I thought about for a second about that collector's edition, but I was like, nah, it's 300. That's a little much.
That watch looks pretty cool though.
It does look very cool. I'm not gonna lie. I am thinking about picking up the controller though.
I was thinking about picking up the headset.
Really? I was thinking about doing both, but
that controller looks pretty crispy.
Yeah, that headset looks like just. I mean, I know it's a redoing of the Xbox headset, but it does look really slick.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, like you said, Nick, I mean, I was just watching this showcase and already feeling overwhelmed with how much stuff is in this game, between shipbuilding to building like your own, like you could make your own
like your own kind of outposts
on like any planet, and then have people run it to mine stuff for, like it just seems crazy.
Yeah, you can create so many, and like constantly moving pieces.
Yeah.
And that's what's really cool about this game, is like you build out your team, and then you have a use for your team. It's like, okay, you guys are going to go here to this outpost, and then other people are going to come with you and go on missions with you. It looks incredible. And like the different factions, all of the different like cities, like the cities look really different. Like you have the Western city, you have like the more cyberpunk city, you have the, you know, the New Atlantis. I think that's the main city.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even the character creator looks really really detailed. Everything about it like looks really good. Like there's nothing that, well, I guess I'm worried about performance and bugs, but like outside of that, like there's nothing really that I'm too worried about. You know, I know the story, like the main story is gonna be really compelling and really fun, but I know like the majority of the fun is gonna come from those random moments, you know, those random side story moments of you just coming across like a random structure on one of the 1,000 planets and exploring that. And that experience is gonna be different than yours. You know, it's the water cooler stuff.
Yeah. It's gonna be just insane. Did we? And they may have confirmed it. So when you go to a planet, you cannot just go anywhere on that planet, right? You have to land at certain points. But then I also thought that he said that you can fast travel to certain points that you've already unlocked. But how does that work from space to planet?
Okay, so it's unclear, but I was listening to Ryan McCaffrey interview Todd Howard.
Yeah.
And he like Ryan asked Todd what one of his favorite recent memories of the game was. And Todd said that he was on a planet and some raiders landed on a planet with a ship. And they like took him hostage or something like that, but he was fighting him, and he went on their ship, and then they left. And he was on the ship when they left.
Yeah.
So he was like, Todd was like, I didn't even know that could happen. So I don't know if that transition is seamless, because I don't imagine what that cutscene would be if you were on that ship and it left, and then you were suddenly up in space.
Yeah.
But they never showed that part of it though. They never showed the in between.
Yeah, they always showed like the little cutscene of them taking off, but then that was it. And then they would show like you getting out of like coming in. Yeah, that's unclear to me.
Like maybe with the planets that have the big cities, like yeah, you'd land at ports, but with the more barren planets,
maybe
like,
that's
where
like
would
pretty
you land?
seamless, like a seamless transition from space to planet. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll get some more stuff, because there's an extended showcase tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if we'll see more of Starfield.
We probably won't. Yeah, I want some clarification on that, because I want to know if that's like a seamless thing or not. But
okay, I don't think you can.
Okay.
That seems to have been revealed last year.
Okay.
Yeah. Todd said that aspect just isn't that important to the player currently, which
so how does that work when you're going into a brand new planet? How does that work if there's no seamless? Do you just pick a spot that you think is best?
I guess there's like predestined spots, and then once you load in, it'll generate.
Because I think it did say something about you scan a planet for resources and stuff like that, and pop in life and stuff. So maybe when you scan it, it figures out like a starting point, and then it's procedurally generated until you get to the planet, and then once you get into the planet, then it's
constant.
Then it's constant. So if you were to come back to that planet, it's going to be the same as you discovered it initially, right? It won't change again.
Yeah, I mean that's how it has to be, because you build your outposts and you can leave.
Okay.
Man, I wonder how the performance is going to be when you've visited 100 planets and those have to be retained within the system's memory.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
But I guess if there's like, because you have to do the warp jumps to go to different.
Yeah, it's not gonna have to have everything open at the same time, I guess.
And if you're loading in, it really doesn't need to have it. It only needs to have. It doesn't need to have any planets if you're out in space. It just needs to have the physical representation of the planet, and then it can load it in.
Yeah.
It just needs to have that planet memorized or locked in. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that stuff is really cool. Like even the like the dog fighting with the ships looks awesome. The fact that you can blow them up or you can dock them, like you take their engines out and then you can dock it and then steal the ship and add it to your fleet. Man, like, because that was like my first thought. I was like, okay, or I think you might have said it. It's like, all right, can we dock?
You dock.
Because like at first they were just blowing them up, and you would just kind of fly by and click A to whatever to get the scraps. But I was like, well, that's just so cool that they
like if you kill their power source or kill their boosters, like they're dead in space, and you can just get docked. Like that's awesome. Yeah, I'm so excited for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then the fact that you could just save their ship and it'll be at your port or whatever is insane. Right. Oh man, I just can't wait to just build stuff. It's gonna be
right. And I think you can have like giant freights in space, and you can dock and undock to that freight.
Really? Right? Okay.
So like you have because you can't. I don't know if you can build out a huge freight that can hold ships or not, or if that's just something you get. But
well, you could, I guess you could have maybe you could have like a giant freight ship or whatever, and then have like a smaller ship that's just mainly is supposed to go, to like to a planet once you've arrived there. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm totally gonna be a space pirate.
Oh yeah,
I'm just gonna steal stuff. It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh man, yeah, it's like it sounds like you can really be anything you want, and I don't want to be a good guy in this game. Like,
and that's the thing, right? Is like most of the time in these games, like I want to be good, but in this one, like I don't want to necessarily be evil, but I want to be like
maybe a little Nathan Fillion action,
I might, it might be a little a Firefly vibe. Yeah,
I'm sure someone's gonna build that ship.
Oh, I'm gonna try to do it. And then the fact that you can like, it said something about you can like hide cargo and stuff in your
like hide illegal cargo, because you get scanned, right? You get scanned when you enter that's so cool. That's so cool.
Oh yeah, dude, I can't wait. And then the fact that like when you actually build your ship, like it's not just adding on to the ship itself. You're still building rooms too that you can. So if your ship gets built bigger, obviously you have more places to,
hide
go
stuff.
in your hide stuff in your ship. Yeah, I was not super hyped for this game going in, and now I'm like, can't wait to play it.
Yeah,
I didn't think going in that. I thought Zelda was a lock-in for Game of the Year, but looking at this, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's crazy to think about, but I know. Dang.
I would love for there to be like a 3-way competition between these two and Spider-Man.
Yeah, that'd be huge. Like that. We don't get that too often. Where all three big companies have a shot.
It looks. Oh man, it looks. I'm really excited to like watch streams of like role players.
Yeah, like people do for Grand Theft Auto. They could do it for start.
Right. Yeah,
dude, it's gonna be crazy.
Be anything you want.
Yeah, anything.
And and then seeing the like all the areas of interest in space, like the big I don't know, what do you call it, like the big satellite type structures?
Maybe like I don't know what they're called. compound or something. I know you're talking about.
Right. Yeah.
That
But
yeah, that looked insane. So yeah, just the idea of like coming across like derelict ships and stuff, and these big massive ships in space that are floating around, like yeah, there's just gonna be so much to uncover. So many. I think there's gonna be some really cool side missions too to come across.
Yeah, and of course, like there's gonna be a lot of recycled content, a lot of reoccurring content, like there is with any open world game, like even with Zelda. But hopefully, like that stuff is really fun, and hopefully it's always exciting to go to a new planet, knowing that something is going to be there.
Did they confirm? I know there's obviously like alien creatures. Did they confirm any sort of like intelligent aliens, like Mass Effect kind of thing, or is it? I mean, maybe
I don't know.
Will.
I'm sure there will be.
It's got to be, right. I mean, it's a space game, but
wait,
they didn't show anything off. It was all humans. Maybe they're keeping it close to the chest on that.
That's kind of weird. I don't know. I feel like they would have shown that off.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's a completely different alien races out there.
Maybe, I don't know. Could be cool.
Could be cool.
And then like the gameplay like itself looked very fluid. It looked like it's the best Bethesda's ever done. In combat wise, it looks solid.
Yeah, it really does look. It looks like Doom helped. I know Todd said that
it kind of does.
In that in the interview with what's his face and Todd, he said that ID they helped him out with. I think it was with the engine.
Okay.
But not necessarily the combat.
Okay.
But it is something that they've been working on over the past year.
Okay.
So
yeah, it makes sense. I mean, because when we saw it last year, again, it just looked kind of sluggish, and this looks like very snappy. It's very quick. It looks, I mean, from like the running and dashing and sliding and the jetpack and all that stuff. Like it looks like it's gonna be fun. Like the combat in like Elder Scrolls and Fallout it's not that fun to do, especially Fallout for me. Like I enjoy Elder Scrolls, but again, just the whacking of the swords, it's not great.
It's really the context of it that's more fun.
Yeah. Like the exploring, stuff like that. But this looks like it's like legitimately fun. So that's good.
Yeah, and even the gun customization looks really cool.
Oh my god. And see that it's just so much.
You can customize everything.
Everything.
Like you have your three background traits and then your 3 additional traits.
Yep.
And then you have, of course, a billion skill trees.
Yeah.
And luckily you can level those up by like using the skills, which I think is always really cool.
I like the fact that the obsessed follower from Oblivion is back in the game. It's awesome.
Yeah.
What he said, I need to breathe every molecule of air you're breathing. Like it's just super weird.
And then when they like briefly showed them out on a cliff, and he's like, and you can even
get rid of your traits.
Get rid of your traits. Yeah.
Yeah, this game looks insane. I just I don't know what else I can say about it other than just I'm insanely hyped for it.
Yeah, it looks like simultaneously like a serious game, but also just wacky and like
it looks like a Bethesda game. Like it looks like a Bethesda game, and that's very exciting.
Hopefully, it's relatively bug free. They did say this game has the least amount of bugs out of any of their game releases so far, but
so they can go from 2,000 bugs to 1,000 bugs. Okay, I mean that's okay. I mean it did look polished though. Like it looked. I mean, obviously we're getting it in a couple months, but I mean it looks ready from what we've seen. So
yeah, it looks really good, and that's about as good of a reaction as they could want, right? Like because we weren't super hyped going in, but super hyped going out. those 45 minutes, those flew by.
It did, yeah. I never felt like, man, this needs to end. Like everything they showed off like felt important and felt necessary. So
yeah, and everyone sounded so passionate. It was really cool hearing all the developers talk about how they played the game.
Yeah.
Like normally I don't love to hear about that kind of stuff. Like it
yeah, because it feels like forced.
Feels forced, but everyone sounded really like proud of Starfield.
Cool. Any last thoughts on the Starfield showcase, Xbox showcase?
No, just really good.
Cool. We'll briefly run into Ubisoft here, but yeah, I thought Ubisoft was pretty solid. I thought it was like a 4, like a B for me. Like I liked seeing like Assassin's Creed Mirage. That looks cool, like a back to the basics for Assassin's Creed. Got to see more of Prince of Persia. Looks really cool. The Skull and Bones bit was kind of goofy with like, I mean, the band was cool, but like they didn't show anything other than
there's a
beta. Ugh, yeah.
Yeah, what? I don't know. I'd give this a C.
A C. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm really only excited because I'm not excited for the crew. Not excited for Assassin's Creed Nexus.
Yeah, the VR one.
Yeah.
And there's like the mobile.
The mobile. I think the mobile one is Nexus. Or there's a Nexus VR, and then.
Yeah, and then the other one's like it's like Jade or something. Assassin's Creed Jade.
Oh, Jade is the mobile one.
Jade's but it's like an open world mobile. I mean, it looked cool, but I mean, I have no interest in mobile. But I mean,
Avatar looks good.
Avatar looks really good. I'm afraid it's gonna be like a Far Cry game with an Avatar skin.
Yeah, so far it looks like that.
But it looks cool. But like visually, it looks like pretty stunning, which I wouldn't expect anything less from like an Avatar product. But it looks cool. I'll definitely keep my eye on it. X of Fine, I don't know if I'm excited for that or not. I'm not a big shooter guy, but the fact that they're kind of bringing in, it's like the Smash Brothers of Ubisoft games. Like it's like all their franchises that they could bring into X Defiant.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's interesting. I don't know if I'm excited for it, but it looks cool.
Well, there's an open beta on June 21st.
What else do they show off?
The Division Resurgence.
The mobile thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Crew, Motorfest. Star Wars Outlaws, got a deep dive.
Oh, that's right. One. Yeah, that was at the end. That was really cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have much to say about that one, but it looks pretty ambitious.
Is Beyond Good and Evil 2 just canceled at this point?
I think so. I think it was silently canceled. I mean, I would imagine, like, I would have expected that to show up over Skull and Bones, but here we are.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, I've never played the first one, so I have no,
no nostalgia or excitement.
But I know a lot of people were excited for that, but oh well. Yeah, I thought Ubisoft was I'd say B for me. I enjoyed it.
Give it a B.
I enjoyed it for the most part.
I'll give it a C. I think it had some.
It did have some pacing issues, like when they had the guy come out and talk about the Netflix show. Like he was
that was a little bit.
I know he was like you could tell he was like nervous and stuff.
I mean, I think he did a good job.
Yeah, he did. That felt like it took a little bit long.
It's one of those things with a live show, And
then the guy came out, and, like the director for Star Wars came out, and he's like, "All right, we're gonna skip all this intro stuff," and then he proceeded to talk 5 minutes about the game to lead up.
That was super weird.
I was like, "What are you doing?"
It's like, y'all want to see some gameplay, right? And then he talks for what feels like forever.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this is really weird, but all right, you gotta get your joke off. Yeah, I thought it was solid. I thought it was one of their best ones in a while. They didn't have like Just Dance there, which is weird. They usually always show Just Dance.
It was there at the beginning, right?
Was it there?
Yeah,
Or did
yeah.
I miss
That was
it?
what the dance was at the beginning.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay.
Yeah, that's what they opened with.
God, I hate Ubisoft, man. Jeez.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah, I thought it was solid. I wasn't expecting much from them, but for what we got, pretty cool. And then last up, we got Capcom, and that's gonna wrap up the show, guys.
Last but least,
dude, Capcom. We talked about it earlier, but
one of the goats.
They're one of the best in the gaming industry. I don't think they know what showcases are for. I don't think they know what a showcase is. I don't think they realize that the showcases is going to bring your not normal crowd into the mix. Like, you're not going to get your typical Capcom people, your typical Monster Hunter, Street Fighter people. You're going to get like new eyes. I mean, when you got IGN and all these other websites streaming your show as well, like this is like your big chance. And they just kind of, I mean, they did the same trailer for Path of Goddess. They did the same trailer for Dragon's Dogma 2, which, I mean, it looks really cool. Mm-hmm. They had like a really long segment with Street Fighter, saying, hey, the game's out, and here's all these tournaments we got going on, which is cool. But I feel like that could have easily been just like a Twitter thing.
Yeah.
Exoprimal, it's on Game Pass.
I'm gonna try that out.
I'm gonna try it out. It looks really cool. They spent a lot of time on it, but it looks really cool.
Yeah, it just felt like a lot of time on like Ghost Trick had a lot of time dedicated to it,
and it even had an extended look at the end too.
It's like they had their trailer and then they talked about it and then they showed it again.
Yeah, it was weird.
The only game they didn't do that for was Pragmata, and that's the one I was most interested about. And that one is, of course, delayed indefinitely.
Yeah.
And we got like 2 seconds of gameplay.
Yeah. Weird.
So I don't know, man.
It's a weird show. Again, I just don't think they know what they're doing with these showcases.
Like ending the showcase with a trailer that we've already seen.
Yeah, for Dragon's Dogma. Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird.
And no Resident Evil.
Yeah, which yeah, that's the thing, right? I was kind of hoping for that, but
that was like the one thing that I was hoping for.
Yeah, weird. I don't know. It was a weird showcase. I feel like they could have just easily put this in some other spots. Whether it was with Xbox or Summer Game Fest or even PlayStation, it was weird. Very weird. They shut off PlayStation VR2 again, like the PlayStation 4 for the VR2 again. I'm like,
Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. Like weird, but whatever. But yeah, overall, I was pretty pleased with everything we got across all the showcases. Lots of cool stuff.
Is that it? Is that the last one?
We got the extended showcase tomorrow for Xbox. I don't really know what to expect. Let me pull up the.
It says deeper dives into what you saw from Avowed, Towerborn, Hellblade 2.
Okay.
Elder Scrolls Online, Flight Simulator.
It's June 13th.
As well as games from our creative partners that we didn't show you today.
Oh, okay.
So if we see some more on Hellblade and Avowed, that's
big. Cool. That's cool. Maybe we'll get a shadow drop for Hollow Knight.
God,
there's no way.
Don't even speak of that.
That's tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Okay, 1 o'clock Eastern. Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely be watching that. Sweet. Well, what was other than Starfield, Nick? Because I think that's probably our game of the show for all this. Was there another game that just like you're just super excited for? It's hard to be excited for stuff in 2024, but
yeah, that's kind of the problem. Is a lot of it was stuff coming out in 2024, so it's really hard to look forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Clockwork Revolution.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
It's gonna be really fun.
I'm excited for Lies of P. I need to check out that demo and see how it feels. Yeah,
probably Lies of P. That's in the near future. In the near future, that's the one I'm most excited for. Because it was gonna come out in August, but it got pushed.
Pushed to September, yeah.
Dang.
It was just a bummer.
I was hoping that'd be August.
Yeah, because I would kind of want to play that before Starfield.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh well.
Yeah. What about you? Anything else that
no, I mean,
excited for?
There's so much stuff to be excited for Xbox. I mean, like just seeing Fable again was awesome. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else that like. Again, like Hellblade, Hellblade was incredible, but hopefully we get like maybe some more gameplay stuff tomorrow. Probably not, but hopefully we do.
More developer speak, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be like developer interview stuff, which is fine. You know, I'm excited to see a little bit more. That's probably my most outside of Starfield. That's probably my most anticipated is Hellblade. Yeah,
but definitely Starfield.
But definitely Starfield.
That one's like a level above the rest.
Yeah, it's that 11 out of 10, Nick. That
like even seeing Star Wars Outlaws today.
Yeah.
Damn, this kind of doesn't look like Starfield though. So
it doesn't.
I'm not super excited for it.
It doesn't, but it looks cool though. I'm really excited, and I need to play Jedi before that. That's like a must play before the year's over for me. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap up the show, everyone. We appreciate everyone listening. Yeah, huge week for news. I doubt there'll be anything this week other than we'll talk about
Nintendo Direct.
Yeah,
announced for Thursday.
Other than the extended look tomorrow from Xbox, there's probably not going to be much, unless we just get some follow-up information for stuff that's been announced and stuff like that. So yeah, or we could absolutely get a Direct on Thursday, Nick. That'd be
God, can you imagine? But every June there's a Direct.
Every June. I don't know. The rumors are July now. Who knows?
Oh, did they change?
They changed.
They changed again.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week. Yeah. Hope everyone has a great week.
Yeah. Enjoy your
finish up Zelda so you guys can listen on our big spoiler cast.
It's gonna be epic.
It's gonna be super epic. All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'll let YouTube algorithm pick one of my videos below for you guys to watch. Give it a click, and I hope you enjoy, and I will see you in the next video.